In the beginning,
there was
the Word.
Spoken word. A tool of communication structured
to inspire, to express, to build awareness.
pelting words of power. Online open mic.
Some people think it's cooler to be white, have all that money, drive that fancy car, white picket fence, macaroni pie in the oven. Janine white, why black?
I think I'm pretty sure that you think it's better to be white. Void of that maddening, menacing, yet magical melanin. After all, it's only skin deep. No need to keep, especially if it will save my life or legacy. Who the hell wants to be castigated and castrated simply because the kings of Egypt bathed me in the soot of their rich dynasty? But you can't see that. Whip after whip, scar after scar, scale after scale has armored and reinforced me. But you can't see that. Great sorrow, suffering, and sacrifice have brought me to this precipice. But you can't see that. Who the hell wants to be blacklisted when slavery already did that shit? Slave huts have become prison cells because they still hold us captive. All the while, we keep you captivated by the concepts of our minds, the depths of our soul, the kinks in our hair, the spread of our nose, the plump of our lips, the rise and fall of our breasts and hips, the width of my ass, and ooh, the color of my skin, which has earmarked me because the embers of burnings and lynchings still smolder in the depths of my being. So who the hell wouldn't want to be black?
Them take we way and bring we here. Bore we from cross the shore. Take real long 400 years till we could feel like if we really belong somewhere. Borrowed copper skin. Shannon Arthur.
It was birth, rebirth, like a snake shedding itself of old skin, regenerated like a phoenix from ashes majestically rising, restored like a butterfly breaking free of a cocoon, renewed like a new sun casting rays on a new day. I finally feel like I belong here. The twins got a hold of me. Self-love and self-confidence came to visit in my sleep, exonerating me of a 400-year sentence, cementing a place for my copper skin existence, despite my copper skin experience, fashioning my resistance, liberating me from mental captivity, curing my optical paralysis, and granting me sight, my new ability. This copper skin has shades of beauty. This copper skin at the peak of history. This copper skin gave information and trusted too easily. This copper skin then end up in slavery. Talk about metamorphosis. From king to nigger, nigger to king, fearlessness to shame, shame to fearlessness. Evolution offered me a mustard seed. Now those cross crooked eyes mean nothing, and them harsh voices have no power over this brown borrowed copper skin that provides shelter for my soul. Red, violet, yellow, orange, blue, green, indigo, depending wholly on where light strikes. Embracing this color now, man, each day, each night. This dark, this murky, this muddy, this black, this colored skin. This man, this human, this son is proud of this borrowed copper skin.
Is the grass really greener on the other side? Why does this always feel like it's on the wrong side? This is why we always have to repeat why we're on the right side. Ramone, Blackman, the wrong side.
Oh, what a blessing it is to be alive. You work hard and strive for all you want out of life before that final goodbye. That ride off into the sunset of retirement, where you take that time well spent to enjoy all the time and effort that you've put into it. But who would have thought this melanin skin, all the power within, would have us on the wrong side? Because we're kings and queens, and heirs to more than just blocks, and with ears to hear more than just shots. Like, we gotta break this continuous cycle of clinging to the block life. And for the youth, it's till death do us part, like they're calling the block wife. Then these real life ruckuses that emerge from the boondocks got pots calling kettles white. My heart goes out to the youth today on the wrong side of the law, so that their family remains right side up. I'll never condone the acts, but I know it's tough being on the wrong side of the economy. And when he gets home, it's he and she, and there's no honey, I'm home, because life got on the wrong side of her nerves. And what's worse is that it isn't his fault. No, he's trying to look for pole vault to get from the wrong side of the fence, or to it. He doesn't know anymore. But of this he's sure. Sitting on it just doesn't make sense. And I want his nightmares to end. He's on the wrong side of consciousness. Wake up and stay woke, young black man. We got some work to do. What a blessing it is to be alive.
It's a struggle, we know. We all do. And that's why we got to keep writing about it, talking about it, performing about it every damn day. People of color. Korena Darnelle.
Today, I saw a man. A big man. He was a scared man, but he was not alone. I saw this big man, this black man, suppressed, oppressed, and distressed as the weight of being black was placed on his neck. I saw and I felt and I heard as he cried, "I can't breathe." And my heart eclipsed as he cried for his mama. Streaming tears later identified as my own escape from the dam behind which they were placed. As anger and sadness and lost hope did collide in one swift collision across my face, accidentally or intentionally entranced as if hypnotized by the vile action upon my screen, a horror film on constant repeat, on constant repeat, on constant repeat. To see such a man the same color as me, with our forefather's noose upon his neck. And all across every screen I glance and every social media or news channel page, my brothers and sisters who look much like me struggle to come to terms with what some declare as our fate. Am I so worthless in your eyes that you should deal me such a fate? Although I rise up in sports, music, and all forms of stage, you see me as dirty, valued less than cattle, even now, today? Did Rosa mean nothing? Malcolm X mean nothing? Or Martin Luther with I Have a Dream? To the Obamas in the White House, did they only impersonate or pacify the reality we still live in today? Walk calmly, but carry a big stick. Some speak of peace while others start a war. They celebrate Columbus and distract us lest we forget the shackles that bound us as we traveled on boats from our motherland, our African home. With bloody backs they whipped us as we cultivated their cane. They hated us, yet they raped us, only to bear their seeds again and again and again and again. But today, I felt like there is more I could do and make my voice be heard. From Liverpool, Denmark, and Africa, from the Caribbean, and every single place where my brothers and sisters work. We are not monkeys. We are not dogs. We are not less than cattle. Our skin is not dirty. And no, our blackness can't be washed away. This is who God made us to be. Rise up, my brothers, my sisters, and stand united. And for those of you who are silent, be silent no more. Burn the streets for those of you who are fed up and angry, or walk the streets for those of you who still want peace. But let your voices unite and roar. Thank you, Rihanna, Viola Davis, and John Boyega, our modern day activists, and all who in higher ranks have spoken out. But there are others, too many others that look like me that still have shut their mouths. Now is not the time to be quiet. Maybe change has finally come, and maybe the king's dream will finally come to be. Don't wipe us out because of the shade of our skin. Black lives matter. When will you finally see? We built your cities, your grand old towns, but you burnt our black Wall Street to the floor. You view the black man with a bat the same as one who was holding a gun, but yet we laid unarmed on the floor. Today, I saw a black man, a big man, a strong man, laying unarmed on the floor, suppressed, oppressed, distressed, with a noose around his neck, just like the one that our forefathers wore.
You are pretty for a dark skin girl. Okay. We need to stop this black skin, dark skin versus brown skin versus red skin versus white skin. Jalisa, Josiah, dark skin girl.
Imagine that all you had to do was exist. All you had to do was to be born like this. You ain't had no control over how you look, shape, form, or fashion, but you end up being the easiest target to this. And if you both didn't want to reveal what you getting at, sis? Imagine it was your mother wish, even before you come in this world, that you was either gonna be a boy or a little dark-skinned girl. And you didn't even know which one was worse, cause what was she blessing like it turned out to be you cursed, sweet little dark baby with a head full of hair that you just want to hear about, cause some sort of shampoo like it make all the hair drop out. And now them just be telling you how sweet your hair used to be. And them can't understand how no look so picky and hard like rock stone. You're not quiet boy singing and your hair breaking up the teeth out to every comb, and them give you some nicknames like Darky and Black Beauty, and then they got some that they say it to the core like Black Rat, Blackie Chan, and Tar Baby. And any little cat before you get in and start to attack, them to shut you right down and say that is why you're so black. And the only line you could think about to clap back is black is beautiful. Black is sweet, but you might as well shut up cause them done got you beat. And you trying to shake it off, but inside you just wish that you could have been a little bit lighter. The only thing you got upon them is that it was a little bit brighter. So you passed to one of them top schools. Now dog put you. Cause no, you can't even say nothing in standard English. Or them to say you look, you feel you white, yeah. No, you're going off to that institution. You ain't know what to expect till you realize that you ain't seen nothing yet. And if you didn't know already, the one thing them don't let you forget is that you're black. And not just black. You're black, black, black. So black that when you laugh in the dark, them can only see your teeth. Take off your shoe and the dirt is the same color as your feet. So black that them couldn't tell the difference between you and your shadow. And when you stand up in class, you're blending with the chalkboard. Little sweat on your face, you're black and greasy. Forget to cream your skin, you're black and scruffy. And your lips black too, you're like in the smoke. You used to be the subject of almost all of the you so black jokes. And you ain't gonna tell nobody which set of people used to make the most laugh in sport. Man, you're just too glad when you see somebody a little shade darker to make you feel a little lighter from that burden of skin. So you see, well, I thought I was black, but he blacker than me, not realizing that you perpetuating the same damn sin. If only you could afford the right cream for a little skin brightening, or the right soap to bathe with for a little cleansing, or if you will keep out the sun, you might get some natural lightening. You won't gotta go through your whole life dealing with this thing. Now as time pass by, you start developing and growing out a little more, and the men start noticing you when you walk up on the road. Nubian princess, African queen, darky, you're too sweet, black and beautiful, dark and lovely. You feel so good that you're skinning off your teeth, and then you just hear things like, you dark, are you an ugly though? You're pretty for a dark skinned girl. Like if dark skin by default mean you're ugly, but you just barely get off lucky. Now imagine that you used to be wishing that your offspring could just come out with a little lighter skin, just so them ain't got to go through the same thing. But then you open your eyes and realize that you got to change your thinking and recognize that some people just too ignorant and need educating and sensitizing, and start propagating hate because of a dark skin. Ain't a thing wrong with you. Just keep popping that melanin.
Sometimes things come to our mind, and to really believe them and invest in them, we have to write it out, talk it out, perform it out to see if it can make sense to ourselves. That is what expression is about. We will survive. DJ Deadly.
We will survive. We can survive.
That's right. Let's go. Well, this is the very deadly DJ, known as the DJ Deadly. I'm so new. This message is only for a select few. The ones that believe in freedom, honesty, justice. Because I see the sickness got people getting all real foolish with a heart full of fear. Thought this was a Christian society. Never knew the Holy Spirit was a chicken. Something's missing. And the mainstream media, I ain't even listening. What's the use? It's just lies and half truth. I hear wondering, who the hell is counting these deaths that mounting? So they say, me, I want here. And after the curfew and lockdown, will the virus drop down and magically disappear? Something ain't right about here. This seems like an experiment. And be the guinea pigs. Government tell the people the truth and stop all the lies. Because every life is important. When it's out of the country, take one again all scotch free. People get sick, but not from no virus. Because the virus is not even contagious. Only way you can get a virus if someone inject it in you through a vaccine or some similar means, like a COVID-19 test kit. Because false education, misleading the nation. And making people sick is a combination of 5G radiation, also poison. It be water and it be air. Wake up! It's time we all get aware. Our lives and our children's lives, they just don't care. I call them the elite, aka the deep state. They are rich and powerful. They are also cowards. They are the minority that control the majority. I want them to know justice will be served. Their weapon is the media, money, deceit, and fear. My weapon is courage, love, and faith. It's we who control everything in the atmosphere. Know your power. Use your power. Because every man born as a king, every woman born as a queen. And no, we do not want your vaccine. Go shove it up your ass. I destroy every 5G tower and pole in my path. I'm not a prophet, but I can see my future because I create my future. A future where I survive and thrive. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself. Because fear is just false evidence appearing real. So let the government know we don't serve them, they serve us. Let the elite know the world is not yours, the world is ours. Ayo! That's right!
We will survive. We can survive. We will survive. We can survive.
DJ Deadly, the present for the future.
The letters for today are BLM. Unless we really understand what those letters mean, we're never going to be free. Paul Batson, BLM.
Black lives don't matter. The hashtag is dead. TikTok killed it. Used to use it for your amusement. Now you're feeling bemused and confused about more censorship from China. As a matter of fact, black votes do, black lives do matter. Fact check that Twitter. Leave out the results long enough so that the words can breathe. Black lives don't matter. But black votes do. But blacks don't vote, not like they're supposed to. Just another cadaver, another day in the life of a nigger, trying to make America greater. And the images went viral. A virus meant we felt it here in Barbados too. Just we couldn't submit the application to protest fast enough to march with you. Let that digest. We couldn't submit the application to protest fast enough to march with you. No joke and no jest. Tides haven't changed, yet times have changed. Still we preserve the chains of captivity. But moving a statue cannot free you from mental slavery if your cerebral process cannot vary positively and your behavior is rooted in 1970. But if you think that is part of the process, then fine. Perhaps we can broaden our minds and Broad Street at the same time. Make Barbados greater. But just remember, long-term consistency beats short-term intensity every time. And fittingly, that was said by a Chinese American by the name of Bruce Lee. Not by me.
You know who's the people, who's the actual vibe of the community? The young people, the people with the voice, the people who can actually create change. And that is where we got to listen. We got to feed off of that energy. We have to be inspired to change. That's what it's about today. Stone with Cupid, Indigo Child.
I weave webs to relieve stress by using the fabric of time. The tread count is countless. I count less than one design that resembles mine. I fold space like laundry, and I cross seas to countries that even Columbus couldn't find. My heartbeat is an 808 vibrating a car seat from the bass line. So when I rhyme, just know I am the lost child who is at home inside of his mind. I am me, and for once I am satisfied. I am from the generation known for generating conflict that they inherited. I will call people my brother, my fam, my sis, but none of them are my relatives. I am the depressed alcoholic known for abusing sedatives. I suckle on the necks of bottles. I nurse on mind-numbing beverages. I negotiate with demons, trying to appeal to reason and gain leverage. I am the voice of millennials, the spoken word delegate, often offending delicate egos. My foresight is 4 times the sight of an eagle. Jealousy is just like cyanide, but way more lethal, cause after you die inside, killed by coveting mind, the murder is still legal. I've been a slave to what feels good. My blood type is Mount Gay, I could sell it by the needle. Right next to the 750 and 1 liter bottle. I am the black ghetto Aristotle, teaching philosophy from books of slavery. My spoken word could be heard across constellations and galaxies as I sit in deep contemplation about the complexion of gravity. All thoughts leading to a black hole where not even light can escape its hold. The universe is as black as me. I repeat, the universe is as black as me, and I am its soul. Just so you know. Ha.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Empress Zinga. Happy Emancipation Day.
Now we're going on. Big respects to all the persons who submitted their videos for this special spoken word video event.
Remember, speak the truth, even if your voice shakes.
Make sure to check out GineOn.com/Freedom Festival.
Join us all now, live, our Freedom Festival. GineOn.com/Freedom Festival.
To see all the other things that going on, all know we have the online art gallery, the virtual visuals going on. We also got the dance competition coming up. We had BIM Prof. You could go online and check out that video as well. And don't forget, we also have the online literary arts magazine being published very shortly.
I want you guys to go out and be a part of some of these amazing artists and their contributions.
This is what it's all about. Expression, emancipation, freedom, the right to remember where we come from. And I don't mean in chains. I mean where we really come from, our home. We are royalty. Remember Africa. Let me get back there. Let me claim it. Never forget to remember Africa and who you are. Happy Emancipation Day.
See you somewhere, sometime soon.
That's what's going on.